Most people aren't overweight because they eat too much. They're overweight because they're hungry all the time. That's the real problem. You start your diet on Monday? By Tuesday night you're standing in front of the fridge eating leftovers at 1 a.m. wondering what happened. And honestly, that's not a willpower problem. It's a hunger problem. The food industry designed most modern foods to keep you addicted, constantly snacking, constantly craving sugar, constantly thinking about your next meal. But there are certain foods that completely flip the script. Foods that naturally kill cravings, keep you full for hours, stabilize your blood sugar, and make fat loss feel almost automatic. Some of these foods are so filling that people naturally eat hundreds fewer calories without even trying. No starving, no tiny portions, no miserable salads, just smarter foods. And the crazy part? A lot of these are cheap, easy to find, and probably sitting in a grocery store near you right now. So today, we're going through the best fat loss foods that can genuinely help you lean out faster over the next 30 days. And trust me, a few of these are gonna surprise you. Now let's start with a tiny food that expands like crazy inside your stomach. Chia seeds. These little things look harmless, but they are absolute appetite killers. And the reason is actually wild. Chia seeds can absorb around 10 to 12 times their weight in water. So when they hit liquid, they turn into this thick gel-like texture. That gel slows digestion down dramatically, which means you stay full longer, your cravings calm down, and your energy stays more stable. This is exactly what you. Now let's talk about something controversial. Apple cider vinegar. Some people act like this stuff is magic. It's not, but it helps. And the reason is pretty simple. Apple cider vinegar helps slow stomach emptying slightly and improve blood sugar response after meals, which reduce cravings later, especially after high-carb meals. But please don't do those crazy internet detoxes where people drink huge amounts. That's unnecessary. All you need is about 1 tablespoon diluted in water before meals. That's it. Simple. And honestly, if you hate the taste, don't force yourself. Because consistency matters more than tiny hacks. Let's talk with one of the weirdest looking foods on this list. Konjac noodles. These things look fake. Seriously. They're translucent, rubbery, and honestly kind of suspicious when you first see them. But in Japan, they've been used forever for appetite control. People literally call them miracle noodles. And once you understand why, it makes total sense. Most diets fail because people are starving all day. Your stomach empties too fast. Your blood sugar crashes. Then suddenly you're craving cookies, chips, ice cream, or fast food. Konjac noodles attack that exact problem. They're made mostly from water and a special fiber called glucomannan. Now this fiber is insane because it absorbs a massive amount of water inside your stomach. So when you eat these noodles, they physically expand and create volume. Your stomach stretches, your brain gets the signal that you're full, and cravings calm down dramatically. Meanwhile, the calorie count stays ridiculously low. We're talking almost no calories compared to regular pasta. That means you can eat a huge bowl and still stay in a calorie deficit. And psychologically, that matters, because one of the hardest parts of losing weight is feeling restricted. People don't want tiny little diet portions. They want real meals. Now fair warning, if you cook these wrong, they taste horrible. Like aquarium rubber bands. So here's the move, rinse them really well first. Then throw them into a dry pan with no oil for a few minutes. This removes the weird texture completely. After that, cook them with garlic, ginger, soy sauce, chili flakes, lean chicken, or ground turkey. At that point, they soak up flavor like crazy. Now let's talk about one of the most underrated fat loss drinks nobody seems to use correctly. Matcha tea. But not just regular matcha. The real fat loss combo is matcha green tea with lemon juice and a tiny pinch of black pepper. And once you understand why this combination works together, it actually makes a lot of sense. First, matcha itself is insanely powerful because unlike regular green tea, you're drinking the entire tea leaf in powdered form. That means you get a much more concentrated dose of antioxidants and compounds called catechins. One of the biggest ones is EGCG. And EGCG has been heavily studied for its potential effects on fat oxidation and metabolism. But it helps support fat loss in a very realistic way, slightly boosting calorie burn, improving energy, helping focus, and reducing appetite. Now here's where the combo gets interesting. Adding lemon juice may help protect some of the antioxidants in green tea and improve absorption. Plus it gives the drink a fresh taste that cuts the grassy flavor of matcha. And then comes the black pepper. Most people never add this. But black pepper contains a compound called piperine, which may help improve the absorption of certain nutrients and compounds in the body. You only need a tiny pinch. Not enough to taste spicy. Just enough to enhance the mix. And together, you get this low-calorie drink that can help control cravings, support metabolism, improve focus, and replace sugary coffees or energy drinks. That last part matters more than people realize. Now let's talk about one of the most misunderstood carbs ever. Oats. Some people avoid carbs completely trying to lose weight. It's a bad idea. The goal isn't removing carbs. The goal is choosing better carbs. And oats are one of the best. They contain soluble fiber that forms a gel-like texture during digestion. That slows down sugar absorption and keeps energy stable longer, meaning fewer crashes, fewer cravings, and better appetite control. And oatmeal becomes way more powerful when you add protein. Protein powder, Greek yogurt, eggs on the side. That combination keeps you full for hours. Now let's hit one of the most underrated protein sources ever. Eggs. Eggs are basically nature's protein multivitamin. High protein, healthy fats, loaded with nutrients. But the biggest reason eggs help with fat loss? They crush hunger. And that changes everything. See, when your breakfast is sugary cereal, toast, or pastries, your blood sugar spikes and crashes fast. Then by 10 a.m. you're starving again. That's why people end up snacking all day. Eggs are different. Protein slows digestion and keeps your energy stable. Studies consistently show people who eat high-protein breakfasts tend to eat fewer calories later without even realizing it. And the best part? Eggs are ridiculously easy. Hard-boiled eggs, scrambled eggs, omelets, poached eggs. Fast, cheap, effective. And no, eating eggs does not suddenly make you unhealthy. Now here's a food that genuinely feels unfair for fat loss. Greek yogurt. This stuff is ridiculously effective. High protein, creamy, convenient, actually tastes good. And unlike sugary yogurts pretending to be healthy, plain Greek yogurt is incredibly filling. Protein increases satiety hormones in your body, meaning your brain gets the message. We're full. That's why people who eat high-protein diets usually struggle less with cravings. And here's the trick most people miss. Add volume. Throw in berries, cinnamon, chia seeds, a little honey. Now suddenly you have this huge dessert-like bowl that still supports fat loss. That's the key to sustainable dieting. Making healthy food feel enjoyable. Because nobody sticks to bland punishment meals forever. Now let's talk about one of the best nighttime foods for fat loss. Cottage cheese. I know, some people hate it, but nutritionally, it's amazing. Cottage cheese contains casein protein, which digests slowly, meaning it feeds your muscles gradually and helps keep you full longer. That makes it perfect for nighttime cravings. Because let's be real, late-night hunger destroys a lot of diets. People degrade all day, then lose control at night. Cottage cheese helps stop that. And if plain cottage cheese sounds depressing, mix stuff into it. Fruit, honey, cinnamon, dark chocolate shavings. Way better. Now here's one of the cheapest fat loss foods on earth. Lentils. These things are nutritional monsters. Fiber, protein, complex carbs. That combination is insanely powerful for appetite control. Because fiber slows digestion while protein increases fullness. Together, you stay satisfied for hours. And lentils are perfect if you're trying to lose weight on a budget. A giant pot costs almost nothing. Plus soups and stews are incredibly effective for fat loss because high-volume foods help fill your stomach with fewer calories. That's why people often lose weight faster eating soups compared to dry processed foods.